Au revoir les Andalous. So we're off back to the Channel Islands. We had a brief little fleeting visit to France, but the problem is the winds are going to swing to the northwest, so we won't be able to get back from the Channel Islands to the UK if we don't head back kind of today and tomorrow. So that's our current plan. So short and sweet, but fantastic to be here. So when you go along here, it's amazing to see the tide marks along the side, the tidal range. You know, in this part of the Brittany Coast, the tidal range sometimes is like 10 or 12 meters at spring tides, which is a massive range. Loads of the harbours have got little marina sections that have got locks or sills, so you can only get in at certain times, otherwise everybody would be high and dry. So it's quite a challenging place in terms of navigation and passage planning to make sure you get to the right places at the right times. And at springs you can get tides running at 4 or 5 knots, so you don't want to get it wrong. You don't want to be trying to go in the wrong direction. You're not going to go anywhere basically. So yeah, it is it's a challenge, but that's you know, that's part of the fun, and it's stimulating. It's like a mind game as well as just moving the boat around.
I'm just steering us out of the river from Les Ardrieux to embark on our trip to Guernsey, which it was 11 hours on the way. It might be a bit faster on the way back, but one of the great things about sailing is that you often have to get up early in order to be able to get where you need to go on time. And this morning, coming out of this estuary is just stunning, because we've got the sunrise on this beautiful pink granite here. And you know, I'm not much of an early riser, but it's been great to see that this morning.
Well, we're just leaving the Ile de Brihat, getting out to the open sea on the Brittany Coast. Today we've got enough breeze just to sail, so engines off and sails are, you know, doing the business. Here's hoping it will keep going like this all the way to Guernsey, and we can just have a peaceful cruise.
Checking in with back home to make sure everything's under control. But it's really nice to be sailing. And we're going at a good speed too.
We pass the infamous Roche d'Ouvres lighthouse. The wind stays fair as we continue northwards. By mid-afternoon, we're back in St. Peter Port. Next morning, we leave Guernsey at dawn and continue homewards. As the morning wears on, the wind and waves pick up. You get rattled around, you hear all the water slushing past. It's like riding a very bumpy liquid train. And then out here, everything's at a wacky angle. It's amazing. We're doing good. We're en route from Guernsey back to Salcombe, back to Devon. It's quite windy. We're sort of sailing as close to the wind as we can because it's winds from the west and it's supposed to be around to the northwest. We're about a third of the way from Guernsey. Yeah, it's good. We're going good. Approaching the shipping lane. It's going to be a long day though, but Gancia Girl's doing a good job for us, ploughing through the waves. Splosh.
As we get to the shipping lanes, we decide to motor sail to keep as close to the wind as possible before it shifts to the northwest. But this proves our undoing. Around midday, the engine stops. I suspect air in the fuel system. But now there's a dilemma. Heave to and try and sort the engine, or keep sailing while we have a favourable wind. We decide to keep sailing.
The main challenge was realising that wherever we were going to go in to get home, we were going to have to sail in basically, and also it was going to take as long as it took. So we went for Brixham, which has got a really big entrance in, but that was further and it was slower. The wind was offshore, the wind swung around to the northwest.
We are approaching Brixham. This is my first ever night sail. We've got the sunset just over to my left. There's a moon behind me with beautiful river of light and water and stars above us. It's absolutely magical.
We had to tack our way in. It took a long time. Got in at 1 AM, sailing in the dark, chuck our anchor down in the dark in the harbour basically.
Next day, anchored in the middle of Brixham Harbour, I take a look at the engine but can't get it started. So we decide on plan B, suggested by a friend.
Alright. Thanks. Alright, thanks a lot. Okay.
What's the plan?
Oh, well, the plan is we haven't got an engine. So the plan is we're going to try and power ourselves a little bit with the dinghy lashed to the boat and try and go down. There's some nice people down there who are helpful, and then we're sort of in by the in on a pontoon basically. So that's our current plan.
When we get to the pontoon, a local fisherman helps us fix the engine. It turns out it was air in the fuel system after all. Seems like these engines don't like to run at too much of a heeled angle. Live and learn. The next couple of days we're back sailing, en route to Plymouth. Along the way we see more dolphins and our most magical encounter yet.
How's it been?
It's been amazing. Across the channel back from Guernsey, we had to stop in Brixham because of a bit of engine difficulties. We managed to get it sorted with the help of a friendly fisherman. Now we're coming back over to Plymouth. So we've had a pretty amazing journey, really. You know, we crossed the channel, we went to Brittany, Les Deux, we had a bit of time in Guernsey on the way there and on the way back, learned loads. Yeah, a real adventure. Fantastic. And to top it all, we saw a mother and baby dolphin leaping in tandem. That was like our David Attenborough moment, and Tor got it on film, which is such a trooper. So yeah, it's been fantastic.